Oh yeah, we are back with more Project Ozone 3. Are we gonna finish the pack today? Are we gonna finish it tomorrow? I don't know. Do you know? I don't think anybody knows. There's still quite a few quests left in the pack, so we're gonna have to figure out where we are with it. I feel like we're not gonna complete it today. I feel like we're not gonna complete it today. Hey. Max just came in here and decided to jump up and hop on my thigh a little bit. Hi. He wants attention. Hello, Dr. Devil, Lask, Mega Block Lobster, Mick, Pinchy, Faltbad, Tierra, Ollie, Sevedo Sneed, Dead Zima, RDM, Borrowed Dreams, Mordoracker, Flash, and Mad Zebu. Alright. He's obviously attention starved, so we have to give him the attention he needs, or he's just gonna freak out. Silly cat. Hello, Exotic Gizmo. Hello, Captain. BQ Sierra. Nev. Hello, Watcher. It's like, I was playing with him earlier, he was off doing his own thing. As soon as I go live and I start talking, he's like, oh, pay attention to me. Silly kitty. Hello, Lashko, how are you doing? What's today's goals? We're gonna continue on with endgame in Project Ozone 3. We're getting pretty close. We've already done the singularities. We're starting to make some of the infinite energy items, the creative items. Kitty. All right, you got enough attention? Can I set you down? Huh? Maybe. All right, I'm gonna set you down. He's just staring at me. And he's gone. I already gave you food. You're not hungry. Silly cat. Anyway, we're gonna try and continue on with the pack today. Where are we at here? Right. The Tome of Knowledge. I think that's probably one of the first things we should make. Let's go do that. The Tome of Knowledge. Yeah, we already have this thing searched. So we need a bunch of bookshelves, some corallium plates, enhanced ender ingots, infinity. We already have those. The high covalence, dust, medium, and low. Resonating gems we have, and transmutation. All right, we should be able to do that, except for Void Star. Void Star is the only thing I don't think we have. Let's take a look. Void Star. We have a 0. So Void Stars are done in Voidcraft, if I remember correctly. We did that like really early on. Trying to find the section that dealt with that. It's been a long time. I think we did one fairly recently when we were getting into Lordcraft. Was it? It had to have been like one of these earlier sections, yeah? Right here, maybe? Ender Dragon, lava processing. Well, let's just do this. Void Star. The uses for that. Voidcraft stuff. So it's only used for this. I thought we used it in something else. Anchor, Void Music Box, Reality Stabilizer. There's a sword? Oh, right. We needed it to make one of the... Yeah. One of the upgrades of these swords. The third one? Ah. Okay. So we did this at some point, but I don't really remember. void craft. There's like some item that we had to do that like spawns some kind of a mini boss. I'm kind of looking through these items now to see if I recognize what that item was. Was it this thing? Chain skull? I think it's this one. I think we had to do this. Kill the boss, and then the boss drops a heart, right? So let's see if we can make one of those. I guess we have to make like 4 of those. So we need the molten void chain. And we don't have any of these. I guess we have to go to the void dimension. You put something skull on the ground and spawns boss. Yeah, I think it's this. And I think we were killing things before that drop these different parts, so we never crafted this stuff before. Okay, we're gonna go to the void dimension. I think I got a warpity warp on our warpity warp thing. We're just gonna go there straight up. Music's a little too loud. All right, waypoint. Yeah, we have a waypoint here. We have a warp thing. We need to find ourselves proper void craft monsters. These are all abyssal craft. What is this stuff? Hole in reality, right? That stuff like warps you around, doesn't it? Why is there so much void craft stuff here? These are what we're looking for, I think. Okay, so that's a bunch of void change. Let's see if we can get some more of those, then we'll get out of here. More of those Shoggoths. Here's one. Where'd that drop? Charred bone. Okay, that's good. And we get a soul. I still don't think I remember what happens with the purple stuff that's around the screen. Does that just lower my health over time? Are you the only one that's getting some freezing? Most likely. Try lowering the quality if your internet cannot handle it on source. We stream at a fairly high bit rate, so not everybody's internet can handle it on the maximum setting. I bet all this bedrock is really good for the encoder, huh? It's totally not fuzzy for anybody, is it? Even on source. This bedrock texture is just black and like a light gray color. It's really bad. Where's all the freaking void? Man, it's even covered on my mini map. Where's all the Voidcraft monsters? Boop. Gotcha. Maybe it'd be better if I came here with a mob, what you call it? Mob imprisonment tool and just capture them and spawn a whole bunch of them. I figured it'd be fairly easy. You go to the dimension where those monsters exist and you just find them. There's really not a whole lot of these guys around though. What is that? What is that? I don't know what that is. I think we probably got enough stuff. Let's get out of here. Ew, the purple stuff is still on the screen. Gross. All right, so we want to make this guy, which requires these, which we get charred bones from that. Okay, so we have to like melt some of these chains down. So let's take half a stack and melt those. Nope. Okay, so now we got a bunch of these orange balls. This thing, this thing, this. Let's put the rest of those orange balls in there and this stuff all in the system. Ew, 38 ectoplasm. Okay, so we end up with 8 of those. That's not enough. That's only going to give us 2 of these. So we need slightly more than that. At least it doesn't cover up the crafting view. Yeah, but it's still annoying that it's like doing that to my screen. You know what I mean? Oh. Is there a way for us to make the charred bone? No. Well, that's not enough. That's only going to get us 3 of them. Actually, that's going to give us none of them because we don't have enough charred bone. Back to the void craft. Let's grab some mob imprisonment tools this time. Let's try it this way. I think there's at least 2 different types of monsters, right? Maybe if we go up. Ooh, what's all the way up here? Why is there stuff up there if we can't go up there? Rude. Rude. Hey, here's the thing. There's a wraith. Okay. See if we can find something else. It's another wraith. We already have one of those. That's a wraith. What was the other thing? Was it on like the fortress? Apparently there's some kind of fruit you can get to survive here. Ain't nobody got time to deal with that. Is this the other thing? That's Void's Wraith. Okay, so we have a Wraith and a Void Wraith. Are those the only 2 things we need, maybe? Let's go spawn some of these in and try and get the parts that we need. All right, now we're getting those parts. Oh, there's Wrath, Void's Wrath versus Wraith. Okay, I didn't realize it was 2 different words. How do you show your TPS on the F3 screen? I don't know. It might have been some mod that was installed when we were still on the server. I think we're probably pretty good, right? Well, I guess we can just craft the stuff we need here, yeah? Really? So we're missing these. What was the other part for that? Void chain. Vanilla 114 would show TPS. Okay, and then we do this. Cool. All right, so we have at least 4 of those that we can make. Why are we not getting these chains? Are those like player kill only? What drops the chains? Because I don't think any of the mobs that we have drop those. Seshi just resubbed to the channel for 3 months. Seshi, welcome back. Thank you for the 3 months of support and for using your Twitch Prime. And Haurus Maximus just subbed with Twitch Prime as well. Thank you so much for your Twitch Prime sub. There was one more mob I didn't capture that dropped the chains. Yeah, I kind of feel like that has to be the case. All right, let's take these things out. Stop spawning these. Does that not pick up items unless it's killing monsters? It's gotta be how that works. Let's grab the mob imprisonment. Let's see if we can grab whatever that final one is. So we have Void Wraith and, or sorry, we have Voidcraft Wrath, Voidcraft Wraith, and Void Wrath. Okay, so there's probably another one that we did not get. Let's see if we can get that one as well. Little box looking guys. Definitely not these. I should just kill every monster that I see to try and increase the spawn rate of the things that we want, yeah? Dark Stone Sword. So that's the Void Wraith. We already have you. I just wish I knew like where these things spawned. If there's a specific spot I should look, or if they can just spawn anywhere. It's just completely random. I put my ender pouch in the enemy system. Okay. Thank you. I was kind of wondering what that extra space was. Hammer Time just gifted a sub to Izzy. Hammer Time, thank you so much for the sub gift. Appreciate that. Welcome back, Izzy. Pretty sure that's a welcome back. Charred Spectre, that's one we don't have. Our chained Spectre. Okay, so we should have everything now. What is that right there? Herobrand's Creeper. Do I want that? We might want that. Okay, let's get out of here. What's the purple on my screen? It's from that dimension. I guess we're not doing something correctly, so we're getting the effect of the void craft, I guess. I don't know. Do those just drop regular creeper things? There's nothing special about them? Kinda looks like there's nothing special about them. Okay, so chain. Yes, we're getting plenty of those now. Chain to Spectre Soul. Okay, we'll just let these guys go for a while. We'll collect all this stuff. I really don't know if we need more than what we have here. But anyway, we have to go back to the Void Dimension one more time and actually fight these bosses, which is not going to be a big deal. I'm not entirely sure we have to do it here, to be completely honest. Yeah, super, super long spawn animations. Faux show. Faux show. Is my magnum on? It is now. Lol, you died. Lol, lol, you died. Okay, so we have those. All right, so getting back to the Tome of Knowledge. We need Enhanced Ender Ingot, which we don't have apparently. How do we make these? Ender Crafting. Ender Star. How do we make an Ender Star? Do we have Ender Star? We don't. Okay, so let's get this going here. No EMC on these things. So Nether Star and Eyes of Ender. Excuse me, Mr. Dragon Ball. All right, so that, this. Done. Actually, we have to make like 2 of those, right? So that makes 4. We have to do 3 of those. Okay, let's do that 2 more times. Star. Eye of Ender. Okay, so we have those. And then to turn it into the next thing, we need ender ingots. I assume it's these. Great, and then we turn that into a block. We can animate this block and we'll spawn in a whole boatload of them. Does anyone know how to get liquid nitrogen green or nitrogen gas pink red for ammonia is not accepting the liquid nitrogen blue from Neptune for ammonia? So it's hydrogen plus nitrogen. So you can do liquid or regular from Galactic Craft Planets. Nitrogen gas. I think we have to do the liquid. Liquid nitrogen. I think you have to search for nitrogen. There was one way that we got it, and I'm not seeing the recipe anymore. You're not wrong with not knowing how to do this. I feel like we still have that nuclear craft thing set up somewhere here. Let's see if we can help you through that. Was it this one? Ah, there's a nitrogen collector. You need to make yourself a nitrogen collector. Goose O'Connor just resubbed the channel for 13 months. Goose, welcome back. Thank you so much for the 13 months of support and for that Twitch Prime resub. Was nitrogen collectors in that list when I was searching for nitrogen? Had to have been. Yeah. Yeah, there's nitrogen collectors here. It's too bad it doesn't show the nitrogen collectors producing the gas in JEI. That'd be very helpful. Because I had the same problem, I'm pretty sure. Like, I was like, all right, well, how do you get it? I didn't realize there was a collector. How's Lordcraft? Best mod 2019. All right, so we want to animate this. Wand of animation. We need a mob imprisonment. Let's go turn this off. I'm sure we got plenty of all these drops by now. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. So let's take these out. We're gonna turn all these back to you. Spawn exact copy. Okay. So that, this, that. Let's go rename this so we know what it is. This is... I don't remember the name of this thing. Enhanced Ender? Enhanced Ender. Okay. So let's go spawning a bunch of this one. What happens if I don't turn on exact copy? It starts making stone animated blocks. And we don't want stone. We want the exact copy. We want to get the block of the mob that we animated. Hey, Hypno, I'm looking for a mod pack like Project Ozone. Oh, you know what? We didn't set up a drawer for this. Let's, yeah. Turn this off for a second. Turn that off before it gets too crazy. Let's grab those two. 1 second, I'll reread your question. There we go. Perfect. Now we can turn it back on. OMG, you can animate cobblestone and get stone! I know, it's like crazy. Hey, I'm looking for a mod pack like Project Ozone, but with a little more help when it comes to the recipes. Project Ozone Lite has a lot of gaps in the recipes. Any suggestions? Maybe Stoneblock? Although Stoneblock, to be fair, doesn't have a lot of quests. I'm trying to think, what was the last mod pack that I played that like held your hand all the way through and like, not to be like condescending, but like held your hand to let the player know like how mods work. Yeah, Stoneblock, like it was fine for the very beginning. Then it's like, have fun after you get through like the first 10 quests. Modern Skyblock, maybe, but even that I felt like I struggled with a little bit. Maybe Igmatica 2. That might be a pretty good suggestion. Igmatica 2 Expert has a lot of quest text and information. I have not played the non-expert variant of it, but if the quest book is fairly the same, that would probably be an okay way. Hammer Time says, I found Modern Skyblock hard since I didn't know the resource gathering method. That's true. I feel like sieving is a lot easier than the, what is that other mod? Sky Resources. I feel like the X Nihilo genre, the sieving method is easier than the Sky Resources method. You know, you could also, if you're still new to modded Minecraft, you could just play a kitchen sink mod pack and just explore the mods yourselves. Things that don't have any challenges, that are not hard, no recipe changes. Just a bunch of mods that are thrown together. Just pick a mod, maybe even play in creative mode. Pick a mod, go through it, or maybe creative mode probably wouldn't be good. Like cheat mode on, like cheat in the items and just kind of learn how the mods work together. Yeah, maybe Direwolf 20 pack would be okay. Watch one of his series with one of his, or one of his playthroughs with one of his packs. That could also be another way. But yeah, to be honest, I don't think I've played a mod pack that has a great quest book in it that like leads the player through everything that I can remember from beginners. How are we doing on this stuff? Oh, we got plenty. We'll just let that go for a little while. So now that we have that, let's get back to the quest section that has the Tome of Knowledge in it. Where is it? Am I still down too far? There it is. Okay, so Tome of Knowledge. Infinity, Convalescence Dust. We should have all of this stuff available now. Let's try and make this. So we need Corallium. Okay, so we have those. I think it was just 4, right? 4 plates. Book. Shelf. Oh, we don't have any bookshelves. Let's make one. Now we have 1,000,000. Okay, bookshelves. Enhanced ender ingots. Stack of each of those. Infinity. Resonating gems. Was it a table or tablet? Tablet. Okay. Can we craft this? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And that thing has EMC. So just learning the Tome of Knowledge unlocks everything. You don't have to burn it. I guess that unlocked everything. Okay, that's it. We'll just burn it anyway. And Hypno wins the game. All right, so there we go. Now we know all transmutation stuff. Sword of the Cosmos. Infinity attack damage. Right, so this sword one-shots everything, but it doesn't have, like, the reach that we have on our sword. It doesn't have the looting 50 and all of that kind of stuff. So we're probably not going to use this. Why am I not? What the heck? Infinity Catalyst. Neutronium, Crystal, Infinity. Crystal Matrix and what? Infinity. Could you dual wield the swords to get the one shot with reach and looting? I'm not sure if that sword would count. If the damage from that would count with the other one. I actually don't know. But regardless, we don't need it. Like, our sword is powerful enough. Multi-armor, we'll do that one later. So Infinity Axe, so Nature's Ruin. Neutronium and Infinity. I feel like... And why is this so laggy every time I go into the Applied Energistics system now? Seems like every time I click in there, it just lags. It's really odd. It's gotta be the EMC, because we unlocked every EMC item, right? I almost want to unlearn. Can I unlearn the knowledge? I don't know. Kind of wish I didn't do that at this point. Okay, so Nature's Ruin, Infinity Bow, Longbow of the Heavens. So we need wool and a crystal matrix. If I unlearn the Tome of Knowledge, does that unlearn every recipe or just the recipes the Tome of Knowledge unlocked? Just the thing that Tome unlocked? Okay. That's so much better. I'm gonna put this Tome of Knowledge somewhere. We need to, like, put it somewhere safe. I guess I'll stick it right here. Because I want to have access to it since we crafted it. If I stick it back in the system learns it, and I don't want that to happen. Actually, we should just make a chest. And I'll stick it down by our transmutation thing. I'll put it right here. Okay. So we did that one. We did this one. Infinity hoe. Never waste your infinity ingots on a hoe. So we need infinity and neutronium. Right. Infinity shovel, planet eater. We need an infinity block, huh? Okay. So all of the Avaritia tools are done. There's this crystal thing in enhancement crystal. So that requires more infinity ingots or infinity catalysts, neutronium and crystal. We go spawn in some llama drama. Am I gonna do any new modded series with X Bizzle? Yes, I did report the bug for the llama and the vanilla chest. I would like to do a series with XB. We're still waiting on a mod pack to come out that he wants to do with me. Yeah, Ben, you can also do that with a vanilla chest, apparently. We didn't realize that right away. I don't think that's intentional, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be removed. I really hope it will be. Infinity capacitor. Oh, you know what? That has EMC, yeah? What's the other things? Infinity barrel. Infinity tank. I don't remember that deletes the tome. Okay, it doesn't. We'll just keep 2 in here. We didn't use the enhancement thingy. Okay, so that is all done. Everlasting overloaded power creative generator. Ultimate induction provider. This is how I hope Kappa is, where you have to make these things, but nothing has EMC. What mod is this? Are you asking what mod pack this is? It says it right on the title of the live stream. We are playing Project Ozone 3. So the creative generator. So we need 4 ultimate induction providers. So we have the purple things. Ultimate energy cube. Elite energy, advanced. So we don't have any of those cubes. Okay, so there's one of those. Advanced. Okay, we can't make that. We gotta start putting these in here. Elite energy cube. Ultimate energy cube. Yeah. So we need 4 of the ultimate. Do it. Use the enhancement crystal on the world breaker for fortune 20 or on the sword of the cosmos to get looting. So are they just an enchantment? Does it give you a set enchantment every time you use it? Why are these not doing anything? Hey, take a look at these recipes. So no substitution. I don't know if that'll make that any better. It just won't craft that. Mechanism's really weird with auto crafting. Well, I've gone around the issues before. I can't get around this one for some reason. Let me try allow substitution. Maybe. So allow substitution allows it to work. So we should probably do that with all of these. Okay. So we want to make the ultimate for those. Yeah, and then it crafts it up real quick. Okay, so we have that. Iridium plate. Wow, that's a lot of puppers. Dang. I didn't make the proper item. Iridium plate. Thermal foundation. Thermal foundation. Oh, ultimate induction provider. You are right. Yeah, see, that required the ultimate energy cube. So we're partway there. I just need to do the rest of these. Okay. So this makes a basic induction provider. We can do this one. Advanced. Leap induction. And of course the ultimate one. There we go. Now we should have it. We're missing 1,024 lithium dust. Didn't we make a creative tank? So let's get a bucket of lithium. Where was it? Right here. I think this was our lithium setup. No, this was not our lithium setup. Let me go back through the recipe here and figure out where we came from. So we need lithium dust that turns into the lithium. The lithium dust might have been through nuclear craft. Oh, there's just lithium ore? Oh, well, all we gotta do is just grind down 1,024 of those. So we need this pattern, clear that out. One of those turns into one of these. Oh boy. Okay. So now we can do that. We're trying to make the ultimate induction. We'll make 4 of those. So now it says everything's available. Do it. Good Company says, awesome, you are online. Can I ask an AE2 related question? Yes, you can. I guess you didn't get enough lithium from all those loot crates from quests? I'm not sure if serious. No, we're not gonna llama it. Pretty much the only thing that we're gonna ever duplicate on the llamas are things that are excessively difficult to craft, like the infinity catalysts, things along those nature. Things that we can just set up a simple auto craft for, there's no reason to. What are the purple items on the left of the inventory? These things right here are Ender Spectre chargers. Each one provides 20 KRF per tick to items in my inventory, including my armor. Which I really don't think we need anymore. We had those specifically for when we're using our jetpack. We have one in a bauble slot right now that's just providing normal charging. They increased the RF per tick of the jetpack to like a stupid amount to try and prevent you from flying in certain dimensions. It doesn't work. Doesn't work. I found a way around it. Fight me. Alright, so how are we doing on this? It's gonna be a minute before we have all those things done. Okay, so while we're waiting on that, let's work on some other things. How's the power doing this? Oh, we're still at 0%! Wow. Wow, 0%. Baltazar, I take offense to that response. I am not cheating. There's nothing that I'm doing about spawning the llamas that is cheating. It might be an unintended feature, but it's not cheating. Cheating is saying, oh, I want, I don't know, what's a thing that I could cheat? A spawn dragon egg, right? Cheating is like, okay, now I'm gonna do this and this, right? That's cheating. What I'm doing is using the modded game mechanics the way the mod authors said I should be able to do them. Don't blame me. The mod authors obviously intended me to do that, or they would have stopped me from doing it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's not a bug. If it was a bug, they would have already, you know, prevented it from happening. I must have been hell of a code tester. I was all right. I was pretty okay. It's pretty okay. Advanced PCB. Sneak for info. So we need 12 advanced PCBs. Do we have those on AutoCraft? know. So advanced PCBs require printed circuit board. Oh boy. So it's a bunch of yellow plastic and a bunch of redstone, both of which are easy. These are the not so easy. We have 6. Aha. So capacitor requires cyan, compressed iron, and redstone. I kind of want to make recipes for this so I can say, hey, I need this much, and it'll tell me the amounts that I'm lacking. Cyan. Oh, somebody did a thing. MLDEG just hosted the channel. Thank you for the host. Appreciate that. Compressed iron and redstone. And that makes a capacitor. We don't have one. What the heck? I don't know if I'm ready to like automate this thing. I don't like, I know I can, and I've done it before in the past, but I don't know if it's, where is it? I don't know if it's worth me doing. So we need to make sure this thing's set to like ASDF. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. Default GN just sub with Twitch Prime. Default, welcome. Thank you for your Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate it. Is this thing out of pressure? You got 0 bar. We have no fuel. Don't we have an electric compressor? Flux compressor. We definitely don't have this stuff. So we need to get our pressure chamber up and running again. Oh, it's right here. I was like, where's all of our stuff? I think you can use LPG for this. If not, we just make big bada boom. Yeah, we could put the stuff in a creative tank. Might not be a bad idea. Fill up our demonically gargantuan drum here. Oh, this thing also needs... I think we took away the thing, didn't we? We certainly did. So we need these compressed iron blocks, and we need the heat sink. I can't remember if you can put heat sinks on heat sinks. It seems to like remove some of the heat, yeah? So that's 87. If I remove this... No, I don't think that's actually doing anything. I think that was just updating its color or whatever. Why is that not being picked up? What the heck? Are we getting some TPS lag? No. I don't know why that's not being picked up by my magnet right away. That seems really odd. I think we also put those on this thing too. There you go. Now that temperature's dropping. The higher the heat, the lower the efficiency. The bottom arrow in the temperature gauge indicates where the efficiency starts to drop. So the only other way that we can make this thing cooler is by using the these things, the vortex tubes. But that's just completely passive what we have right now. Let's try making a vortex tube. Advanced pressure. So when I place these, if I'm facing down, okay, if I'm facing up, Perfect. That's what we want. The tube does not need redstone, no. Is that that's increasing the temperature? Why is that increasing the temperature? Do we not have enough pressure? Oh, having the iron there is actually bad. Yeah, I don't know if you put the vortex tubes back to back, does that do anything? If I put another one on the other side, is that good or bad? Let's find out. Because we're providing cold, we're making hot, and we're also providing cold and making hot. So this one should be hotter down here. 164, 132. Top temperature is 130. We want that number to drop, and it is slowly dropping. The bottom temperature is going up. Don't you need heat source on the other side of the tube to cool the active side? You know what? I think I remember hearing something like that before. I'm not entirely sure how this all works. So does this need to be like remove that, get that out of here, and swap that with like lava? I honestly don't know. It's kind of confusing to me. Okay, so we are at Green Machine just resubbed the channel for 12 months, and for 12 months, thank you Green Machine for the 12 months of support. Thanks for using your Twitch Prime. Appreciate that. 7-month streak, 12-month anniversary. We broke up for a while. It's perfectly okay. It's perfectly okay. Thank you for your support. Bottom temperature is really hot. It looks like that's increasing the top temperature. So 133 with the lava there. So would it not be best to have more of those iron blocks and having these things like up against that iron block, providing cold all the way up? So the top temperature is going down as the bottom temperature is coming down. I don't know how this works. Axeman just resubbed the channel for 8 months. Axeman, welcome back. Thank you for the Twitch Prime resub. Appreciate you. And Spanky Budweed just resubbed the channel for 6 months. Welcome back, Spanky. Thank you for the 6 months. I appreciate you. Still here, Hypno. Well, welcome back. Replacing the lava with something really cold. Well, we could try with something simple, just like water, right? I think it evaporates the water, though. Yeah, something cold is definitely... So maybe jelly cryothium would be what we want. Can we have jelly cryothium? Maybe we don't. So the bottom temperature is in the negatives now, and the top temperature... Oh, it just did something. Did it turn that to stone? So that won't work. Packed ice. I think it turns packed ice into water. Oh, it doesn't even work. It's raising the bottom temperature. Ice turns into water. Nope, it's still not working very well. So water seemed to do something. Block placer. Let's grab ourselves an auto fluid placer. Well, the top temperature is at 36°C. That seems to be doing just fine the way it is right now. Oh, I see. So every few ticks, it adds some temperature there. Okay. Oh, is this thing off right now? So what was... Oh, was it turned off because that block was sending a redstone signal? Maybe that's what was happening. So where are we at now? Top temperature's at 109. I mean, I feel like since if we put a cold block underneath it, it was working better. If we put the heat sinks and stuff like we were doing, would probably be the easiest way to get this thing to a place that needs to be where it needs to be. I think that's all we need. Okay. Lady Tarian just resubbed the channel for 3 months. Welcome back. Thank you for the 3 months of support and for using your Twitch Prime. Thanks for the great content. You are welcome. You're welcome. It seems like it needs a little bit more, doesn't it? Why is that still gaining temperature? What the heck? Did I place that the wrong way? I placed it facing down. So hot is up. I'm confused. Give this one more go. You're watching my broadcast on Project Ozone 3 on YouTube at episode 16 right now, so pretty far behind anyway. I'm trying my first hand at auto crafting. I seem to remember you talking about using only one channel for 4 interfaces with the molecular assemblers, but you always end up with that using 4 channels. I don't think that's working. I think we'll go back to having this like that and just have it air cooled on the top for now. Come back to this later when it matters. I'm not understanding why that was doing that. Okay, well anyway, we're gonna leave this alone for now. Can I get my stuff out of here? Did it actually craft? There it is. A lot of work to get this going. So the auto crafting, I'll show you here in just 1 second. So this is the way our auto crafting is set up. 3x3 alternating the molecular assemblers and the interfaces, right? Down the center, you have a dense ME cable. So all the way down, it has to be that dense cable. At the very top, you're gonna end up with 32 channels. So you're gonna need the dense cable. And you can connect that directly to your controller. We're doing it differently with P2P. It might be more advanced than where you are right now. But that is using one channel per interface. And each of these interfaces can talk to each of the control or each of the molecular assemblers around it, right? Orc, no. I placed it facing downwards, and down is blue. I placed it on top of the thing like this, and you see down is blue. But anyway, with all of these, you'll have 32 interfaces using 32 channels, and most of them can talk to 4. Some of them can only talk to 3 molecular assemblers. You can put more if you want to. Where's my thing? If you want to try and make this like even more efficient as far as like crafting speed, you can do that and that. That way, that one interface is talking to 5. These on the top, you could have talking to 4. But you're going to change the way the whole thing looks and works a little bit. I prefer just having it in the 3x3. Yeah, each interface uses one channel. Yep. We have a total of 2 of these different crafting blocks. Now, here's another thing to keep in mind. If you are just using one crafting storage, that is the only part, the only CPU in your network for doing auto crafts. One interface, even though it might be talking or it might be connected to multiple of these assemblers, it'll only be able to talk to one assembler. Okay. If you add a coprocessor, then it gives it the ability to craft 2 items at the same time. So it'll be able to talk to 2 of these. If you have a third one, we can talk to 3. If you had a fourth one, it can talk to 4, right? So each of your CPUs most likely should have at least 4 of those. More is better, of the coprocessors. So in our case here, we have 1 crafting storage surrounded by 26 coprocessors. Just another thing to keep in mind. You need the crafting storage to craft and to store all your components. The more coprocessors you have, the better. There is a point where you get diminishing returns. We're probably a little bit beyond that. But just to make them, you know, a 3x3 cube, that's how we win. Think the lithium thing is complete? That's fine. We're still working on this whole process here. We're trying to make these advanced PCBs for this recipe. If we put an interface on here, we're gonna need a way to extract items. I think we are going to automate this. I wasn't planning on doing it, but I think we're going to do it. I don't think that thing from thermal expansion that warps items through blocks is there. But doesn't cyclic or actually additions have the advanced dropper? Range dropper, maybe is what it's called. Range collector. Can't think of the name of it. Yeah. We could do Draconic Evolution portals. I'm not really that interested in doing that, though. I think we might just end up using this setup here. Just put an interface on this guy. Actually, no, I think it'd be better down here. I don't know if it'll be better, but it'll be fine down here. Then we need to filter the specific items that we're going to collect. Ignore metadata, ignore MBT, ignore or dictionary whitelist. So if I drop this guy, he gets picked up, it's in the interface, that would go into our system, that's what we want. We drop this guy, nothing happens. Okay. Your internet cannot hold the stream going, LOL. If you're dropping frames or whatever on your end, you could lower the resolution. That'll change the bitrate. Taylor, thank you for the bits. Okay, so we should theoretically be able to auto craft those transistors now. Are they capacitors or transistors? I don't remember what they were. They were in my inventory. Oh, you know what? I didn't put the derp. Derp. I didn't put the thing in there. And they are called capacitors. So if I told it to craft like 10 of those, we don't have the cyan plastic. But that should work. Okay, that's what we're looking for. So I make 10 cyan plastic. Throw that into the system. I tell it to make 10 of those. Sounds like things are happening. The range might not be far enough on the thing. compressed iron, cyan plastic, redstone. Okay, so what's going on? I heard the thing go. Can you not extract out of it anymore? Well, here's another way we could do this. We could just make a bunch of pressure chamber interfaces for the extract and just have one for each item that we're making. That would be annoying, but it is a thing that we could do. So we have one for capacitors, one for transistors, one for PCBs, one for compressed iron. No, we don't have to make more than one pressure chamber. We just have the interfaces. That's fine. We'll just get rid of this. So each one of those will be its own thing. This is called a pressure chamber interface. You take damage for being inside this thing. Oh wow, there's like next to no pressure in here. Yeah. So each one of these will be its own thing. Let's use item conduits, I guess. It's fine. Okay. So this one's set up for capacitors. That recipe probably never completed. Oh, it did. Okay, it says it's completed. So let's get rid of this. This is not going to work. Now I just need to connect that to AE. That's pretty much it. I just gotta make sure that works again. Please. Make 10 more. Alright, we need the cyan. Oh, we should get that creative tank making plastic. You're done. How do I clear the liquid out of this? You overwrite it? What? I tried bucketing a fluid on there. Do you have to like have another tank push fluids into it? Fluid transposer. Is that a GUI? We can look. Oh. Let's try putting water in there. Ah. Fixed it. Okay, so the gauge dropper works. Okay. Well, maybe it doesn't work. If I take this and like shift click it in air, right click it. The uses on creative tank. So that's showing an empty one being filled up with a different fluid. Maybe we gotta try putting it in the fluid transposer. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so that absolutely does work. Okay. That's weird that you have to use a fluid transposer, but I'm glad there was a solution. It's also weird that the dropper seemed like it worked, but didn't really. In your Project Ozone 3 world, you can just use another bucket on it. Well, I tried doing that and it didn't work. I know the creative tank from Thermal Expansion worked that way back in 1.7.10, but I don't think I've used a creative tank from any mod since then. But now we have all the plastics, so we don't have to worry about that. So let's just say lock selection. Oh, you know what? We're not going to have enough of this stuff. No, look. Let's grab an interface. That's not gonna work because I got a pipe directly underneath there. Get a pipe underneath that one too. What the heck? So that is lapis green red. Yeah. Really? Really? So we should probably use a different method here. Because I think these translocators only do a whitelist. They don't do a blacklist? I mean, I guess we could just whitelist specific plastics. Let's just do it this way.
Let's play pinball.
So we want to blacklist red dye, rose red, cactus green, and lapis. Always active. Speed upgrades. Did I just tell the machine to always try and input a stack? Well, I put glowstone on these different things, right? So glowstone. Well, I mean, you can put in a stack here, so you're always providing up to 64 if that's what you're talking about. The diamond thingy just tells you to keep so many in an inventory. That doesn't tell you to like whitelist versus blacklist. Man, that's using the fluid exactly the same amount as what we're getting out of the creative fluid tank. That's crazy. Guess that's a bucket per tick is what we're doing? No, we're just doing this to grab a whole bunch of this so we don't have to worry about it for a minute. The other thing we need to make is transistor. That requires black plastic. But as far as chewing through these dyes, it doesn't matter. EMC, EMC, EMC. Right? Doesn't matter. We have so much EMC right now, it's stupid. So it will withdraw 64 from your enemy system at all times? Yes. That is what this is doing. It's saying always keep a stack if you have those items in the applied energistic system. Put one stack right here. Okay, so now that we have a bit of that plastic, let's get this recipe going. So that's black, plastic, compressed, and redstone. And I feel like... that should be already set up over here, except we just change out the cyan. Yeah, cyan for black. And then we need the item itself. And we'll turn this one into... Oh, we need to turn all these off. Filter... Item name. So that's transistor. These we need to filter by name. So they're not just pulling out the crafting ingredients. Until we get the proper items in there. This middle one, that's right. Capacitor, transistor. Okay, so now if we drop these in there. We have a transistor in our system, perfect. I really wasn't planning on automating this thing, to be honest. But here we are automating it. Okay, so if I tell it to make, I don't know, 30 of these things. Only 13 trillion? I know, we're slacking. We're slacking. Oh, you know what? Another thing we could do is we could put the speed upgrades. What does it cost to make the speed upgrade from Pneumaticraft? So that requires us to have lube. We should have lube, right? I think we had a drum full of lube, didn't we? I thought we had a drum full of lube. Diesel, kerosene, fuel, LPG. Ah, no. That's LPG. What did we do with our drum of lube? I thought we had one. Guys, I'm worried. I might have misplaced my lube. Are these on autocraft? Oh, those are on autocraft. Check beside the bed. That's where you keep yours. Oh boy. Hello, G2A. So I found out the Twitch TV food channel got shut down. Apparently like a month ago. I was just kind of bored yesterday or last night or this morning. I don't remember when. I went to the always on section. I was like, I guess I'll just watch a cooking show or something. Food channel's no longer there. I went to go to the food channel directory and it said that it no longer exists. So I did a little bit more research. Apparently, the food channel teamed up with some marijuana company. Anyway, they broadcast like a girl rolling a joint on another girl's butt. What? Exactly. Which I guess that violated Twitch's TOS, and that was a Twitch run channel. Yeah, exactly. Wait, what? Go Google it. Google Twitch food channel. Yeah, it's like the most random thing ever. That really caught me by surprise. I'm like, that really happened? That story kept getting better as it went on, right? And it was marked as a family-friendly channel, and they're doing stuff with like marijuana. It was just so weird. I'm okay with this. All right, so we should be able to do those now. So if we want to do the advanced PCB, yeah, I'm not making that up. That's what I was looking at this and I was like, what? Guess we also need yellow plastic. What does it have to do with food? What the heck does that have to do with food? Exactly. I don't understand what other content they were doing. Maybe they're showing you how to make marijuana brownies or something. I literally don't know, but I saw that they were doing that on the food channel. I'm like, I can understand why it got shut down. It made me a little sad actually, because sometimes you just want to watch people cooking food, I guess. So we need green plastic and compressed iron to make an empty PCB. I guess we'll need one of these for that. Empty PCB. Okay, so we have a way to get that out of the system. We need green plastic. Let me double check that again. Yeah, green and compressed iron. Green plastic, compressed iron. I guess we're gonna need a recipe on how to make compressed iron with how much we're going through that. Or we could just auto spawn it in using the blocks. Isn't weed legal in the USA? It's legal in like a few select states. I think there's like 5 states. I think there might be a total of 5 states. Okay, so we have the empty PCB. The uses for that. That will go into here. The empty PCB will turn into an unassembled one. Do. You know, at least Colorado, Washington, Oregon have it recreationally legal. I think it's also legal in California. But beyond those West Coast states, I don't know. Where am I going? Okay, this will be replaced with an interface, which we don't want showing up on the network. All right, we'll need a facade. There we go. So that does that. And then it's just a simple craft for those, and then we good. Okay, so if I want to make PCB, I want to make 10 of those. We're missing 4 empty PCBs. I thought I told it how to make the empty PCB. Did I not do that? Oh, dang it. So we need to make the unassembled PCB. Oh, we didn't run it. No, we did run it through that machine. The empty turns into the unassembled. I'm confused. I just confused myself. I need to go back and step through this. So we make the empty. So we didn't actually make the recipe for the empty. That's what I need. So green plastic plus compressed iron. Let me go make this recipe once again. Green plastic, compressed iron, that makes empty PCB. That's not what I wanted to do. Dang it. Okay, so we have that doing its thing. We'll have the empty PCB here in just a second. There, this was the pattern that we were missing. Okay, so now if I tell it to make PCB, tell it to make 10, it should be able to do that. All right, so now we just need one recipe for this, and then we good to go, boys. All right, so we wanted to make 11 more of those. Done. No, it's still crafting one. Yeah, I think we're done with the green plastic. So the other thing that I wanted to do was make a recipe for the compressed iron. We'll do it blocks at a time. I think we'll just place these over here. We could just auto spawn them in. But I think if we just do blocks at a time, it'll be fine. So like a block of iron equals a block of that. All right, what do we got here? Empty PCB. So this one will be compressed, block of compressed iron. So if I want compressed iron, 100 of those. Seems to work just fine. Okay. What's the keyboard that I use? If you do ! specs in the chat, it'll list all my computer hardware. It'll get you everything you need to know. So creative generator. Core energy core. Okay, ultimate catalyst. Energy core. So we're gonna tome knowledge that again. Oops. Okay, so we need 8 creative essence. Virgil says, hi, Hypno, I've been following your Manica 2 videos, and I have a question. Do you use Optifine in the mod pack or not? No, I do not. I never use Optifine. Advanced PCB. 20 iridium plates. Close enough. 4 ultimate induction. And some infinity. I couldn't find where I needed to go. Weird. Creative generator. Why do I not use it if you don't mind? I tried using it in the past. I don't really need it for 1. And for 2, it seems to have weird Z fighting issues the last time I tried it. It made textures fight and made things look bad. So we're currently getting 20 million in. $2.168 GRF per tick in. Only 1. Oh, that's not even like filled. I was like, that looks really weird. Energy pylon. I don't know if this works. That one won't work. There's no reason to dupe that. Fine, I'll make a recipe for cryothium. Gosh! Get off my back about it. Jeez. Guess we already have a pattern for that. Why don't they just call it B? Well, here's the thing. I was getting kind of confused on that as well. Most things, when they specify like thousands, use K, 10K, 1K. It doesn't really make sense to go from 1K, which is like a metric unit, to 1M, going from thousands to million. And it still doesn't make sense to go to billion with a B, where it should be kilo, mega, giga, tera, if you're following that same thing. That would make it so, like, if you 1000 would be 1T, right? Or 1G? 1 grand? I'm not, like, the naming conventions make sense. You're probably just not used to it, though. I myself am still not used to it. Which switch are you using? You like the clicky one, but it'll annoy you later. Are you asking the switches in my keyboard? If you are, it's whatever comes with this. I think they are called Romer G keys. They're like a Logitech specific key switch thing. I think that's what you're asking, but I don't know. So the K from 1K comes from kilo? I'm pretty sure, because kilo means 1,000, right? I think we've reached the limit. Now, is that per connection? I wonder. That's the problem. So I don't even think we need this many. I think this is overkill. I think we're limited just by the connections on that thing. So we probably could just go back to the one in the center like we had this originally. Yeah. Let me hear your battle cry. Okay. You love how necessary this is? Hey, you know what? Don't be a hater. Don't be a hater. Look, we're at 0.001%. We are no longer at 0%. All right? Absolutely 100% necessary. Armored Solid just reselled the channel for 26 months in a row. Armored Solid, welcome back. Thank you for the 26 months. 26 months and a lots more to come. Love the content. Awesome. Glad you like it. Welcome back. So you're saying there's a chance you could fill it? Probably only if I had this on a local server and this was running all the time. I doubt it. I doubt there's a chance. It is possible to fill one of these. Will we do it? Doubtful. I mean, I could probably spawn in, cheat in a bunch of these things. Or we could just legitimately craft them, the generators. But why? Zero Tide just resubbed the channel for 28 months. Zero Tide, welcome back. Thank you for the 28 months of support. I do appreciate it. So I hear that a streamer you won't name filled one of these in 6 days. Ew. 6 days, huh? It almost sounds like you're challenging me. It almost sounds like you're challenging me. Can you animate the generator? I think all of the creative items were blacklisted because I think that was a thing that people were doing previous to this. One time I used a bunch of creative generators and used flux points or plugs and left it running for a while. The max you got was 1%. Then you gave up? Yeah. I could do it in 2 days if we got Llama Cheaty. I could probably do it in less than that, but I'm not really interested. Like, we have way more power than we're ever gonna need. There's no reason to, like, try and fill it. I'm good. All right, so we did that. Creative coolant port, everlasting grid power, everlasting cell, everlasting compressor, infinite compressed air pressure for the pressurized chamber. Okay. Are you saying because you can is not a reason to do it? I might be saying that. More power than ever and the battery is nearly empty. Hey, we're at 0.002%. That's so much power. How am I generating so much power now? We are using a creative generator. Unlimited power. Creative compressor. Okay. Purple plastic. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh, I didn't click the button. I thought that was acting different. I was like, why is that not working? Weird. Okay, so we got that done. Compressed iron gear. 4 of those. Whoops. 4 purple plastic. Wait, you can put items. Did that put that directly in here in the ME system? No. Okay. I was about to say, what? Infinity. We need transistors. Capacitors. I think it was 4 of each. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. We need a pressure gauge. A little crazy that they want that in the recipe. 4 creative essence. Pressure chamber valve. Hopefully that's enough. A bunch of black plastic. Why is it gotta be black plastic? Oh, we're missing an air canister? Really? Creative compressor. So what does this thing do? Obviously it makes infinite air. Oh. And you can set how much you want? What? So that means we can get rid of all this nonsense that we did. So we can set that for 20 bar. I thought we had these regulators set up properly. Apparently I was wrong. What was the thing I just picked up over here? Was it one of these things? Did we blow up our controller? I'm sad. So we have one of those. We need two more. Yeah, I did spring a link. I thought we had these things set up. Oh, that's his max pressure. Pressure 4.4. Wait, so, look, you look at this thing. Applied redstone, threshold 4.5. Threshold 5. Okay, so 4.5. So apparently I didn't have one of those over here, which should have been set up. Oh, we gotta throw these in the etching acid and wait for that. I don't know, does the astral sorcery ritual speed that up? I feel like it wouldn't, but we can give it a try. I don't know where we have the thing currently at. Where is it? I don't see anything glowing with particles. It's at the ember area. It didn't the last time I tried it. Was it with the etching acid that I tried it with? Where is our ember area? Right, it's back here. I don't remember trying it with this, but maybe I did. Oh, it's right next door. I get so lost in my own base all the time. Okay, well, that's most likely not working. We've been live now for about 3 hours. I'm gonna go ahead and take a break. Give me like 2 or 3 minutes while I stand up and stretch and fill up my drink, my water, and I'll be right back. BRB, burp. All right, guys. Hopefully this is done and we can get our controller back up and running. Then I'll set that thing up properly. Unassemble PCB. Looks like we're good. All right, so unassembled PCB. We can put those back. Put all these things away. Okay. So we're trying to make this controller, so we need 2 printed circuit boards. Legendary Art Attack resub the channel for 26 months. Legendary Art Attack, welcome back. Thank you for the 26 months of support. Seems like a long time. Absolutely worth it. Thank you so much. Glad you've been with us so long. Okay, so we have this thing back now. So yes, this has a max pressure of 5, so we need one of those thingies. This is called a regulator tube module. Okay. Advanced pressure tube. Make sure we get this thing set up properly this time. No, wrong. Just like that. Okay, so this needs a potentiometer. We have one in our inventory here. I think a redstone of 6. Threshold 4.5 bar. So that'll hold it right about here. I guess we can go up to 5. And then we could also put a security module in there. And then some speed upgrades. There. That way we shouldn't have a problem again. Now, I don't remember. How did we get that to be covered up? There's something we did. What does the security module do? It makes it so your machine won't blow up. But you still don't want to, like, way over pressurize it. We must have something in our system. Oh, that's right. It was the camouflage applicator. That's what it was. Okay, so now we should be able to pressurize the system back up again. Maybe back up to 20 psi. So this is stopping it from going any higher. This has a security upgrade. You know, we could set that up to 5 bar. That'll go up to 5 bar, has security, nothing should happen. This can go up to 5 bar, has a security, nothing should happen. That has a threshold of 5 bar. This is pressure 0. Ah, but it's not connected all the way. I thought it was. There we go. Wait, what? Okay. Not what I meant to do. There we go. So these can accept up to 20 bar. Those are all fine. That might be the biggest problem with those, is that we don't have enough pressure. Let's bump this up to like 6 bar. So are those always gonna just... I thought that stopped the pressure from going through. So maybe this does need to be set down one more. Okay. I think we should be good now to crank this. Why does this thing look like it's broken? Huh. I didn't realize that reacted. Did we put something special on there to turn that on and off with the redstone signal? I can't remember. Must have. Hello, Nighthawk. And that bottom temperature, though, is at minus 273. So the pressure, this is 7.4 bar? I wonder if it'd be better if we put this like halfway through the thing instead of putting it all the way over here. So we're at 19, we're at 14. It looks like that pressure is going down. Yeah, I wonder if we had the creative generator like somewhere over in the center. Like maybe you're at this T-junction. That would probably be better. Let's try doing that. Maybe I should turn it down to like 19.8 or something. Jack with 100 bits. Finally caught a stream, been a fan for so long. Well, welcome, Jack. Glad you're able to stop by the live stream. Thank you so much for the bits. So both of those are at 7.5. This one's at 20. I wonder if it'd be better if each one of those had like its own pipe coming off the creative generator. Maybe that's what we need to do. No, it still says 7.5. $273. That doesn't seem to have affected any. Attach more pipe to the compressor? Yeah, we could try. I don't know. If we have those connected, then what happens? Still says 7.5. Still 7.5. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. Lawrence, that's fine. We're not really worried about how hot or cold this thing is. I'm just concerned about the pressure. Shouldn't it be at 20 pressure since that's what the creative generator is outputting? You think I limited it? Oh. Wait a second. Where are we limiting that? Where's it getting a redstone? Oh, does that just limit at 7.5? Is that the deal? Oh, good call. I thought it like let all the air through unless it has a redstone signal and then it'd clamp up. We put those on there so we could turn them on and off. I didn't think that that would limit the pressure. There we go. Okay, so we probably don't need all this weird stuff that we did here then. There we go. All right, Esty, we'll see you later. Have a great rest of your day. So the formula threshold bar starts at 7.5 minus redstone times 0.05 or 0.5. Ah, so that just straight up limits you to 7.5 when that's on there. I did not realize that. Okay. Okay. Now I know. I'll probably forget, But at this point in time, I know. You're watching my stream while you study for chemistry exam overnight? Oh boy. Well, good luck on your exam. Okay, so we got the creative compressor done. Everlasting cell? Sure. Creative energy cell. Whew, that looks a little fun. I guess we have all those processes, right? So all those processors, Fluix, Pearl, Infinity, Vibration. I think we can make one of those pretty easy. Vibration chamber. Oops. That's it. Wait, no. What goes in the center? Creative essence. All right, let's go craft up yet another creative item, ladies and gentlemen. Where is this thing getting power? Right here? Is it still getting power from that? Weird. Weird. Does that mean we don't need these anymore? If we look at our network tool, is that Terra? It's gotta be Terra. This must be easy mode. I feel like I should replace one of those with it. They'll kind of look the same-ish, but now we have one of those as a creative one. We could probably make a bunch of those creative ones. They're not super expensive, but there's no reason to. Okay, so that's done. Another quest complete. Everlasting grid power, creative mill. This one looks a little bit more difficult, guys. Stone Burnt does not have a thing. We need a resonator. And none of these extra utilities things has EMC. Why am I making these? That's not what I need. They could have made that block look a little cooler. They could have had like some kind of rainbow animation on it or whatever. Maybe. Extract brown, always active. Insert brown. Extract green. Insert green. Hello, Neon Bob. All right. So we need a dragon egg mill, which means we have to make a few of these things, probably for the other mills. We probably need a few of those. How do we make these? Okay. Dragon egg mill. We need 4 fire mills. Um, 4 windmills. 4 lava mills. 4 water mills. We need 4 creative essence. Some infinity, some ironwood, and neutron. Okay. Oh, we're missing a manual mill. Creative mill, get. SD Cowan just resubbed the channel for 16 months. SD Cowan, welcome back. Thank you for the 16 months and for using your Twitch Prime. Appreciate that. Junior 20 star just sub with Twitch Prime. JR, welcome. Thank you for your Twitch Prime sub as well. Okay, creative mill. I guess we can go get rid of our dragon egg mill. Or just place this over here too, I don't know. Forgot we had this thing going. I don't know if we need anything from that. Okay. And then a creative coolant port. Water generator. Guess we never made one of those. Do, 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 do. Basic plating. Okay, so we have to do that a few times actually. One, two, three. Okay, so we have the infinite water sources, and we should be able to do that. Now we have all of the water generators. I guess we could have skipped that just by doing the tome of knowledge thing again, since that had EMC. All right, reactor casing core, plutonium. How much? 4? Creative essence. For that. A whole lot of neutronium, a whole lot of infinity. Did I fight the Zaya boss from Voidcraft? I don't know. Did I? The only Voidcraft boss we fought was the one that drops the Void Star. I don't know what the name of that thing was. Crystalline ingot. Yeah, that should be everything. There you go. Oh, Zaya boss kept crashing my game. Is that the one from Lordcraft and not Voidcraft? Are you asking about Lordcraft? Voidcraft crashed my game as well. I don't remember that. That must have been like early on then. Okay, reactor create a coolant port where we don't have a big reactor open anymore, so we're just gonna put that away. Creative steam generator. Turbine creative steam generator. Okay, so we need the reactor creative coolant port. 4 water generators. 4 pyrotheum. infinity. Crystal matrix tungsten. Creative essence, and then ludicrate.
After they came and destroyed the land, there was one spark of hope left for all of mankind.
There we go. Turbine creative steam generator. It was a stupid quiz, then boss garbage. I was pretty sure that was Lordcraft. Fault bet. I don't think that's Voidcraft. It's definitely Voidcraft. I thought that whole guessing game thing was Lordcraft. Obviously, I'm misremembering. Okay, I trust you guys. There's enough people in here that are saying it is, so. Oh, no, yeah. Lordcraft was the other dimension with the silly building where you had to do quests. Right, okay. Yep. Yep, I was misremembering. That's it. This is all done. So what else are we missing? Ah, Neutronium Solar on Kappa. All the seeds. Okay, let's see if we can do that Neutronium Solar. So it requires Ender Module Solar Panel and a Chaotic Solar Panel. How many of those do we need? Total of 4? Can we make 3 more? Let's go to the simple void, or not simple void, the mining dimension. We just need 2 of those. Oh yeah, we also need to do that multi-armor thing too. You guys are right. So there's still a bit left to do here. 2 of those, 4 of those, 2 ultimates.
Transform.
Crystal Matrix Neutronium. Neutronium, neutron.
Transform your state of mind.
And then an Infinity Catalyst. Alright, should be able to make that. $12.884G. $12.885 G. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 12.886 G. Next level.
Enter this mystical world. Transform your
Okay. Yeah, we still have this stuff to do. So this multi stuff, this requires the draconium stuff, and I'm not willing to give up my draconium stuff.
transform your state of mind.
Needs a lot of printed circuit boards. Hopefully that stuff all works when we put multiple items in there at the same time. Everybody's telling me to llama the armor. I was just gonna spawn in armor, but we can llama it to make it more non-cheat. Time for some llama drama. Is this the llama we're looking for? It is. What did you just say?
Transform your state of mind.
Wow, it even keeps the upgrades and stuff. That is so crazy. We still have creative flight, right? I might as well do all these at the same time. Oh, that's so stupid. That's so stupid. I really hope they fix that. You hope that never goes away? Yeah, I mean, I put on the helmet, it gave me night vision and stuff, so like it's still working. Flight speed modifier is the same. I kept all the NBT data. Where do you find the lava crystal ore? I think you find it in the nether by lava lakes. Can make armor stand for sure. I could. But that's just more rendering. I don't really want to do that. Okay, how are we doing on the printed circuit board situation? What's going on with this? Oh, we lost our program. The laser? What happened to Magnum torches? They removed that mod from the mod pack at some point. Since we started the mod pack with it installed, I kept the mod even though they have removed it. So we still have Magnum torches. Or mega torches. But if you download the pack right now, it won't have them in there. Astral Sorcery Ritual for this. That's a good suggestion. Let's try that. That's glorious. Yeah, it helps just a little bit. It's kind of sucks though that the way that was going before is as fast as that it can go. I don't know if volume upgrade really will do anything for us. Like, we're staying constant at this pressure, right? What's the assembly drill even used for? I'm not sure. Who's making an AE2 Avaritia mod? You should. What's the redstone thing on the ground? This right here, it's a potentiometer from Draconic Evolution. You can choose what redstone output level you want. Currently, we're outputting a redstone signal to this thing. We're giving a redstone signal of 6, which only allows it to output 4.5 bar to this machine. We're saying at 4.5. Because otherwise, the pressure tube itself has 19.3 bar of pressure in there, which is way more than this machine can handle. Hey, Machine Maker, how you doing? How's this all going here? We're halfway done. You should be able to make this thing now. So we need the energy cores, diamond lattice, crystal teen. Yeah, we should have everything. Let's get this one going. Okay, let's make the... Oh, we need the energy core. This is gonna be annoying, right? And that won't just click in there because of that. Oh no, it works. Multi-helmet. Multi-helmet. Multi-chest. Same kinds of things, yeah? Draconic leggings. So we need more crystaltine. Crystaltine. And we should have enough for the feats. Here we go. Wow, that FOV change. Overloaded multi-armor. Toggle no clip. Wow, what? Okay, what? So it looks like it just puts you in the game mode 3 or whatever, right? They still interact with everything normally? Good question. The no clip feature is better than Draconic Evolution. Literally better. The FOV, however, is making me sick. Is there not a way to turn off the FOV? It was very weird. Why can't I put that in there? What the heck? I am disappointed. The Ender IO charger might be faster. What's the Ender IO charger? Oh. Oh. Which one's the best one of these capacitors? The Stellar? I have to say that is pretty quick. I wish it could, you know, get power faster. Put my battery in it. What am I using for creative flight? The draconic armor. Fire from more sides? That's possible. Let's try doing a can't think of the name of those. What are they called? Cryostabilized flux? I don't think that's charging any faster. I don't know if any of these other like capacitors enhance atomic. I don't know. Probably hiding, creaming, hiding, cooking, explosive, hungry. This one is premium smelting, crushed. I don't know the atomic. Try putting the atomic in there, see if that does anything for us. That's a way bigger capacity. I don't know if that's better or not, though. Why are we charging this up? Why does this even matter? Let's stop doing this. Stop it. The mechanism energy cube can charge. This seems to be charging just fine. It's charging as fast as it's receiving power. I just wish it could receive power faster. Okay, well, we'll just leave all this stuff alone. So all the multi-armor is done. Infinity armor. That requires the multi armor in the recipe? Interesting. So we need 1, 2, 3 crystal matrix. I mean, we could llama the armor if we wanted to keep it, but I don't really see us using it, so. So 2 infinity, 3. Bunch of neutronium. And some infinity ingots. Okay. Oh, we're missing the multi armor. All that power is going bye-bye. Fill your whole inventory with spectre charges. We could do that. That's just getting chilly. Alright, so this armor is cool looking. But it doesn't stop you on a dime. It does make you unkillable, though. I do like the way the wings look when you're flying. Other than that, though, we don't need armor that's going to make us unkillable. Okay, so we have the infinity armor. That's all done. Everything on this page is done. I think the only thing we had left was seeds. So we got a whole bunch of seeds to do. And then we have the simple achievements page. So we still got more stuff to do. I'm kind of curious what this does. Dragon egg crux, dragon egg seed, tier 6 essence seed. Is that all we're missing? We don't have to do all the seeds, we're just missing this? That. This. Oh, I just realized with the duping thing, we can make all the stars and like make our EMC farm absolutely stupid. But I guess that doesn't matter anymore since we have the 8x compressed obsidian. So never mind. Never you mind. Dragon egg seed. Do we not have a tier 6 crafting seed? The infinity armor can no clip? So what else did I want? Tier 6 essence seed? Alright, let's do that real quick. We've already done 1 through 3 or something. But it's not a big deal. It just wants one of each of those, right? Yeah, just one of each. Why is a pig attacking your foot? Oh, that's Kurtz. Yeah, Kurtz has an affinity for a bunch of animals. He's got all sorts of like unique pets, or at least animals that he cares for, including about 15 cats. So tier 5. He still thinks the Vicio is more fun to say in exaggerated Italian accents. You really want me to say it? You're really making me want to say it, I should say. Okay, so tier 6 Inferium seeds. These we will go ahead and 10. Guess we got our 10 right there. Why is the Inferium Siege? You can auto spawn the tier 6 essence block? Because I didn't ask you, okay? That's why. That's why, okay? You want an answer, now you have one. Alright, there's our tier 6 Inferium Seeds. So that means this thing should be unlocked now. How does a computer seed analyzer work? I have no idea. build lunar panels in a dimension that is always night. Lunar solar panel. Oh, that is what's that mod? Is it just you, or are these just grindy? Well, these are optional. Obtain all the beta tester medals. There are 12 of them. Just add Content Tweaker and you will see them all. I mean, these are things to do. Use waystones to get to every dimension possible. Ten. All seeds from Mystical Agriculture, Agriditions, and Pam's Harvestcraft. And Pam's Harvestcraft. Do I want to 100% the pack? No. I was like, okay, Mystical Agriculture, Agriditions. Well, I mostly have that done already. We were 10-10-10ing them as we went. And then it said, and Pam's Harvestcraft. Can you automate that? Not the way you think. There are ways that we could make the 10-10-10ing more automated. We can do something like this. Get rid of that for a minute. So you start there, put your imaginary time block here. Make sure you give it power, that's pretty important. And you put one seed in, doesn't matter what it is. Let's try 10-10-10ing just a wheat seed. At this point, they could already be 10-10-10. Let's grab this one and find out. Where are we at? That's an 849. It should still be in range of the thing. So it got pretty close. We could have like had this go all the way around it and like essentially automate the process. Yeah, Astro could probably speed it up. We could add more imaginary time blocks. There's other things that we can do. Like, we're only using one imaginary. We could have, like, 15 of them and make it go way faster. But anyway, guys, I think that's it. I don't know if we're going to do the simple achievements. I might save doing those for like when Kappa mode comes out and we really want to stretch out the pack and do all the things. So you can't do the normal mode 100% complete until you have completed all of the simple achievements, apparently. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's going to happen here. But anyway, we're going to go and wrap it up here for today. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Appreciate all the support. If you're new to the stream, hit the follow button so you get notified when I do go live. Our normal streaming schedule is Monday through Friday, starting at noon Eastern time. Blow up my base? No, I never do that. I never do that. Let's see if we got anybody who I can host up here. Let's actually go say hello to XB, who is playing some Far Cry. I haven't seen this new Far Cry game. Probably is going to be interesting. But yeah, that's it for me for today. Thanks for being awesome, guys. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Awkward.